Hey YouTube, what is going on? Warmest Eternal back with some more Ace Combat 7. As you saw in the last video, that orange wingtip SU-30 and his little cronies decided they were going to show their face. Well, they did. Took out all. Mr. X limped away somehow under the cover of a satellite, I guess, going kaboom. Everyone's plane started going crazy. And well, as you saw what happened. Plane started going nuts, my HUD started going nuts, couldn't tell what was going on, nothing. So, had to pull out. So, let's see where this goes from here.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down.
I do not like him at all. There's something about him that's just really, really fishy.
Instead of being radio controlled, wise and forward thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Usia has been affected. We don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatch from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Okay. So that's going to be a new twist. So here's my thinking. This would work. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go with that. Because I'll be able to reload them a lot faster and I should be able to hit more targets. Sorry about that. So I'm thinking is I could use guided munitions in case I have, like, guided bombs in case I have ground targets, and my F-22 for air superiority. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here. So this should be either a good call or a bad call. I'm hoping it's a good one. That's all I'm going to say about it. Well, let's get into it. And yes, I did put the OCS scan with the U.S. Air Force emblems, U.S. military emblems on it because, you know, little nod to our men and women.
To the unidentified Ocean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Ocean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Ocean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we
So that's what AWAC stands for. I've always wondered that. That's cool.
Right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war.
Gotta manually identify targets.
There's no guarantee the Oceans won't shoot us in this confusion.
Will image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe? The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image. Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right? Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
War is something I'll never get used to. Tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. ID'd as Ocean Forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
Target acquired. Strider 1, target destroyed. Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you. Understood.
So you were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal. Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route. Vehicle confirmed destroyed. It's a Russian.
They aren't responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path for us. The more the merrier.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Are you friendly? Okay, you're friendly. Good, good, good.
We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes. We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
The use of drones makes war more palatable. Why don't people realize this? There's a strict curfew, but people gather at bars and other places to learn what's going on.
ID is a Russian military.
Oh. We got here.
Strider 4, Fox 2.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Wait. General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General Labarge are the real patriots. Onward!
Wait a minute. That's one of those drones to look like a fighter.
I've got a sitting duck here. We need to remind everyone that there's no such thing as a clean war. Signs of warfare at the beginning of this war are now gone.
Shot down.
You're in their sight, Strider 1.
Vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. It's the radicals. It's no good. There's still a car on the road. Just to be safe, we better avoid the highway and head for the warehouse district. Lancaster, we're taking a detour. Don't lose us.
Strider 1, the General's route has changed. Keep your eyes on his vehicle. Don't let him out of your sight.
This is a wide net they've cast. They really don't want the war to end, do they? The bus in that vehicle! They've been set up in all the right places.
Crap. Crap, couldn't launch. Come on, baby, come on.
We have some enemies coming up behind us. They're gaining on us.
No, they're not.
This is AWACS Argus. Those who can hear us are our allies. Your new orders are to dispose of Eduard Labarth. The Ocean Army officer with him is an imposter.
Missile inbound, missile inbound.
It is not machines that make the decisions in war. It's people. Understand that. We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Grunder Park. Captain Carl, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the Radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belkans. When they actually went to war, the performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were
The
incredibly
Belkans come in. I should remember dealing with the Belkans, the 84 92nd Squadron.
The princess. The Belkan technology advanced the way being researched in the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from the former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. For those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Grunder Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
My plane is icing up.
Members of a military group calling itself the Free Erusians.
Strider 1, Vox 2. Target is hit. An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling. Aircraft with scratches on your tails, you'll be punished for your sins. Missile away, full way on.
Strider 1, target acquired.
I'm hit. Get this guy off my back. Fire on that vehicle.
The VIP is taking fire. His vehicle stopped.
Locked on, you're mine.
Try to help us before we get shot. It's not like this is a tank or anything.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 199er Delta Lima.
It's Erusia. Shoot it down.
Trigger, that one's Ocean. Do not attack before target identification is complete. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, I don't think I'll know where to see him. Our capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military. It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That's something.
Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron.
That's the only thing I like about this one. You're flying at night.
Even in a time of war, it was a mistake to create something like a fuel loop.
So,
You want us to wait and see if they're friendly?
Prepare to fire on a moment's notice. We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood. System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Ocean forces. There are even rumors of penal units turning on their former allies. Strider 1, Vox 2. The main conflict concluded. Regional forces in the center, south, and east struggle over stabilization of the nation. The Norwegian government has defined these groups, along with those trying to independently make peace with Ocean, as rebels.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
The drones aren't receiving my orders. Cameras wish they could find means to sway around.
Miss, target's still active.
How are we supposed to tell the difference? There are enemies everywhere.
Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
You heard the comm. There are no friendlies out there.
We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkin technology than just UAVs. Making high-effect designations for one was an astonishing feat. We used it to make drones that resembled Ocean fighters, and then to assassinate Harling and put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belkin technology only brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Urusi is responsible for Harley's assassination.
You talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
UAVs are acting strange. Their autonomous mode must be bugged. It's not the drones that are faulty. It's this new Charlie Foxtrot.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
The General is a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
No, they're not.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for a better time.
How's your last long caster? Keep it brief, and we're here to help.
All right.
Glad to see the Oceans attacking the radicals.
Fire for the next half hour. Then we'll take back the city from the scoundrels who call us rebels.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
We'll cover.
Officers from countries annexed by Arusha have taken multiple groups and declared independence.
Glad we waited. Don't worry, we won't let anyone sue after you.
Almost at the rendezvous. Move the rear to the others. Understood.
The radicals truly believe boosted drone productions will make up for our losses. They shouldn't be taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself want to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly.
All right, ID these next two, and then I'm gonna
Strider
move
1,
on.
enemy has a lock.
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
Who do we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Arusha News Network.
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
Hmm?
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited.
Alright, all
Check
IDs.
footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
That was that guy in that trench coat.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft my grandfather told us about. The one with the scratches. There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belgian technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait, unknowns attacking the girl's plane.
Hold on tight.
Lancaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
They could be Osean fighters. ID them ASAP. ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp. Right, I'm shooting them down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Welcome.
Missile away.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Take your hits.
Oh, you're a tough one, aren't you?
I managed to catch a glimpse of the strider.
Don't miss.
Aim carefully.
9. Strider 2. Fox 2. No good. Shit. Bandit destroyed. Well done.
In my way. Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... the drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Lancaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, Ocean craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. We're cleared to attack the escort.
Welcome. Understood.
Wilco.
Alright.
The MQ-89 launch! Our commander overridden! They must be accessing it remotely. Which unit is behind this?
I knew there was something fishy about those escorts.
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
Something else entirely.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Target eliminated.
No. The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
Missile hit. Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Oh, groovy. Ah, I'm not dealing with these guys.
Target locked.
UAV confirmed destroyed. 5 bandits remaining.
Damn it. They don't have the drive they need.
Four bandits left.
Enough to be fully functional. There has to be a time that should not function. But when?
Missile evaded. 3 bandits to go.
Come on.
Two bandits left. Show them what you got.
Okay, seeing what that white blip was. Oh, you're a squirrely little one, aren't you? Good
Strider 1,
night.
that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. General's helicopters flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
I tried doing postometers for you guys.
The Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Grab a quick drink. Oh, that isn't good.
No, we've lifted this system. I can't.
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Broadcaster.
Oh, that's not good.
In order to respond to the attack on the base,
Alright, well, as you guys can see what happened after that satellite got destroyed, everything went kerfuckle. So, having to manually ID targets, that's going to make things really entertaining. That should make things really, really interesting. And on top of that, doing that at night, luckily for me, I had those those X bombs I had, or whatever they're called now. I wasn't really paying too much attention, but now the story is getting really good, almost at the end. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when I upload. As always, you guys, y'all take care, stay safe out there, God bless you, and have a good one.